Now, here's what Africa can learn from what Saudi Arabia is doing within its sports industry and music industry. Saudi is making very big moves. They are bringing players like Cristiano Ronaldo, they have Benzema, Karim Benzema, and they're bringing these guys from wherever they were best into Saudi Arabia. In addition to that, they are making sure they own a lot of stake in in several clubs in all over Europe. They're owning things like the PGA Tour is now owned by the Saudi PIF fund. Now, to the normal eye, they might think that these guys are probably just have a lot of money and they just want to throw some of this money around, but no, it's actually quite strategic what they are doing, and I believe Africa can learn quite a bit. So in this video, I'm just going to share what exactly this move means and how the the countries that are doing something similar to this are reaping a lot out of this without you even paying attention. So, truth be told, one of the easiest ways for you to grow your economy is to attract people to your economy. As you can see, Dubai is attracting quite a number of people. The way they did it is they put all these buildings, all these things for people to see. And in a few years, they can literally have over 10 million people. Last year alone, they had over 10 million people getting into the country. Now, given that each person spends on average $200, $300 per visit, including the airfare and all that, honestly, the normal person would spend at least $1,000. You having all these people coming in means the economy makes so much money, not just from transportation, but from where they stay, from what they eat, from the tour sites that they go. Now, in order not to look like Dubai, what the Saudi kingdom did is they said, let's do this a little bit different. They said, you know what? As opposed to us passing that route of building and building and not just looking like we're copying these guys, let's pass another route, which is sports. And I believe this is a way easier route to pass than what the other guys did. Now, what they're doing is they're making sure sports is their number one. They're bringing all these players. People are now getting comfortable to take flights from Morocco to Saudi just to watch Cristiano. They're getting comfortable to move from England down here to just check how Karim Benzema is playing. There are going to be more international games between PSG and Al Hilal and all these clubs in the Saudi League. So what that is going to do is it's going to first of all get people comfortable. Then the more people get comfortable, the more they come into your country. And the more they come into your country, guess what? They spend and spend and spend and spend. So over time, over the next 10 years, you're going to find Saudi as one of the few places around the world that people can comfortably go to. Yes, I can go to Dubai. If I want anything music related, I could go to Saudi. If I want something sports related, I could go to Saudi. Now, back to the point. Africa is in a bit of a similar position. We find ourselves whereby in some scenarios we don't have so much infrastructure. So the easier route for us as a continent to pass is to use music and sports to attract people into our economies, because that is the only way we get foreign exchange. We've been lied to for so long that the only way we get money is through foreign aid, but it's not the truth. Look at what Rwanda is doing, for example. They built the biggest basketball court, and in that court, they are putting musicians. As an example, next week, next this very coming month, Burna Boy is going to be in Rwanda, and from the data alone, over 200,000 people have already booked to fly into Rwanda just to check him out. Now, with 200,000 people, imagine all these 200,000 people spend on average $300. That's at worst case scenario, factoring in transportation, residence, and paying for the tickets and all the likes. That's all inflow of money from the rest of Africa and the world into Rwanda. The only other ways they could get that money in would be by selling coffee, which would honestly, at the price at which they're selling it, would make them a lot less than them continuously bringing more artists, more entertainment, more sports into their economy. So yes, just back to the basics. As an African economy, it's important to look at what some of the future superpowers are going to be like, because we are vouching to be a powerful African continent. And the way you do that is by attracting money from the rest of the world flowing into your country. And some of the best ways to do that, especially if you don't really have a lot of the infrastructure in place, is by leveraging things like music, things like sports, because people pay attention to those things, and the more they pay attention and look to them, the more comfortable they get to come to your country. And once they get to your country, the more they are going to spend. Just last month alone, there was Davido, is it Wizkid? And I saw Ugandans flocking from here. Tubayo was hosting one of those things where you paid one sum of money, and so many people went along. All that was money moving from Uganda to Rwanda. And if you to just look even just a couple of years back, without them doing this, people would have no reason at all to go to Rwanda. So overall, it's important we find a way of utilizing these as an asset to help us drive our economy. And why I'm sharing this video is just so you get insight of what they are doing and figure out ways of how we can do it, even if it's on a smaller scale, but it still makes moves to enable people get back into your country. And I share content on sales, marketing, and business. If you'd like more content like this, please let me wait for you to subscribe for a second. Okay, hoping you've already subscribed. One more thing, in case you'd like to support me, I have a free software. It's called the Monkey Pesa Sales AI. You can use this, and with one simple prompt, it finds customers for you. It initiates conversations on your behalf and follows up for those people that haven't responded to your messages. If you'd like to check that out, visit monkeypesa.com/AI. That's all from me, folks, today. Bye-bye.